Our previous video was part 1, which was based on the 5 keys to success. So if you guys have time, check it out. Without further ado, this is our second part to our 3-part series of success, and I'm really happy to be back. Thank you for being back here, Mejri.
Thank you, Juliet. I'm always happy to discuss that is related to personal development that can help our audience to be better, to think better.
The focus we're going to talk about today is, the differences between success and happiness. Is it the same thing?
We don't ask ourselves that question so often. And trying to be successful, which is normal, trying to succeed in the thing that we are doing, and we don't ask ourselves why I'm doing that. And the problem is, I think unconsciously we are thinking that if I reach the success, then I will be happy, then I might feel happy. Of course, success, it's our target. We want to be successful because it helps us to have a good image about ourselves. It helps us to be confident why I want to succeed. And I am pretty sure that all our behavior, all what we are doing in this life, it's to be happy. Otherwise, why we are doing? If we work, we want to have a good condition to live happy. So all our behavior, it's in one target. The major target is happiness, right? Because we are pretty sure unconsciously that when we reach success, I will be happy. And
yes, exactly.
Yes.
And because of that exact thought, you fall into being a slave to success, because you think that in order for you to be happy, you have to do certain things.
Success, it's a goal to achieve. It's something that we go and we try to achieve. We can say that it's out, like I want to be a director. I want to be a top model. If we try to find success outside of us, it's a big mistake. So success, it's inside. It doesn't have a relation with outside things. How I try to achieve success and how I try to feel happy is different. Happiness, it's a state of being. It's not a goal.
A lot of people tend to feel successful from outside circumstances, from what they hear from other people, from what they get from their jobs or other opportunities. Yes, that is success. When people hand you something, an award, a bonus, that's success. But that is very exterior.
Happiness is to feel that you can sleep during night peacefully. It's totally opposite. That's the problem. Success, it's outside of ourselves, and happiness, it's inside of ourselves. So this is the first difference between both. Okay? There is a difference between happiness and pleasure. Because I think pleasure, we can relate pleasure to success. Because pleasure, when we have something, when we got something from outside, when we buy a car, when we buy a house, that's pleasure.
Things that are pleasurable are things that are instantaneous, outside, exterior,
Instantaneous.
Am I going the right path?
Instantaneous. Yes, I fully agree. Pleasure, it's really instantaneous and intense.
Yes.
But happiness, it's
long term.
But that pleasure, it's intense and it's short in time.
I'll give you a prime example, and this might be a terrible example to use, but when I was crowned as Miss Hong Kong 2017, I felt pleasure because I came first. I didn't come second, I didn't come third. I was happy I got where I wanted to be. That to me was successful.
Yeah.
Because
It
that's
was
what
goal. Yeah. Yeah.
that was the goal,
Yeah.
exactly. Wasn't necessarily what I wanted though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So now why I use the word pleasure is because it was something that it happened right there. I got all this stories, success, all these people coming to me and everything. And then I go home, I'm wondering if I'm happy. And the answer is yes, I was happy for a good, like when the rush is coming in, when people are congratulating you, everyone from left and right is so happy for you. And you are very happy because you feel the energy. You
Yeah.
can use the word happy for sure. It's not, happiness does not limit just to
Yeah.
internal feelings. I wasn't happy for longer than maybe a couple of days because I realized that there was a lot more to, just the crown. You had to stay 1 year. I had to figure out my accommodations. It was so much more than just,
Yeah.
success.
This is why I call it pleasure, because yes, it's intense. Yes, it's so powerful, and there is many things that might happen. But after that, we'll go back to normal, and then
Yes, you
what?
come back.
Yeah, you come back to normal, and
Yes,
that's the difference between the pleasure
yes,
and the happiness.
happiness.
So pleasure, it's too intense, but after, of course, nothing can be intense and stay there. But happiness, it's a state of being that it's deep inside. And even if there are some negative things that might happen in your life, you will get it. You will
Yes.
explain. It doesn't mean that you're not happy, right? But
Pleasure can be taken away. It's a
yeah,
little bit more tangible in the odd sense of feelings that are tangible. Happiness, it's sometimes you got to put a lot of work into happiness, and people know that, right? It's the same thing. It's like, I don't want to use marriage because I've never been married before, but I imagine a happy marriage takes a lot of work, and it's not just like that.
yeah, it's
Same
not
with
like
work and
that's
school.
we sign and we are happy.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly. It takes work.
what we said, the first difference between success and happiness, we said that success is outside and happiness is inside. In this case of Juliet, Miss Hong Kong 2017, when I put that with happiness, when it really comes from inside, if you really achieve and think and feel like you are beautiful from inside,
Yeah.
and if you really help others to feel good, to feel good about themselves, to feel beautiful about themselves, then maybe I will say that you are happy. Yes.
However, if I won Miss Hong Kong already knowing the fact that
Yeah.
I am beautiful inside, I don't need people to give me an award to tell myself that I'm beautiful inside. If I already knew that, and I already and that after all the craziness, after winning, the feeling with me of myself feeling that I'm beautiful
Yeah.
stays with me,
Yeah.
that is happiness. Because happiness, like you said, gives you a sense of peace. It lasts longer. It's true. It's not something that is tangible and that they can take it away. No, because they can take the title away,
About
but
your,
they cannot take your feeling away. Exactly.
so it's really important to don't really take the happiness and to make the mistake that we think that you, when you take the title, you will be happy. Otherwise,
Yeah.
when they will take the title from you, you will be sad, right?
Yes, absolutely. Basically, the following year, when I give my crown to the next girl, does that mean that I stop feeling pretty? No.
That's the problem when we make mistake between achieving things and being successful
Yes.
and happiness. Being
Yes.
successful, it doesn't have any relation with happiness. You can be
Yes.
successful and unhappy.
Is success and happiness the same thing? No. I
No,
think the simple answer is no.
it's different path. and that's what we are trying to explain. It's different path. We are not saying this is good or this is bad. No, we don't have to make this big mistake of thinking that it's the same way. Okay, this is the path for success. Perseverance, dream, discipline. Yes, you. We cannot use those 5 keys of success to reach happiness. Be careful. Because happiness, it's not a goal. It's not a point that I want to reach. It's a state of being. I'm feeling like that not because I achieved something, not because I have something, not because I am something, not because I have my crown or whatever it is. No. And this is why I always say that happiness, it comes from inside. Last time, you remember in our first video, we are talking about competition, and we were talking about the difference between people. Like, you are tall, you are short, you are beautiful, you are not beautiful, and people, they are different, right? How everyone can reach happiness. Wherever God gives you.
Exactly.
Ugliness, beauty, tall, long. We have this.
There is a way.
Yes, there is a way. And that's the way of happiness. But if we make this mistake and we think that the way of happiness is the same,
is to look a certain way, is to be a certain height, is to have a certain title, is to have a certain net worth,
then
whatever.
We'll be sad, then we will be depressed, then we will be unhappy.
That basically means that, you know, you are trying to gain happiness from all these material external things. And I think most people know that, but at the same time, it's such a gray area, because you become a slave to success. You don't know that, but consciously that's what you do, because you try to work yourself towards being like someone else that you're not, or towards the goal that you want to, which you should be, but you do it in a wrong mental state. And that's why you have to know the difference between, not just the difference, but the why you are happy, because that will give you the right state of mind to reach success. That is essentially what we're trying to get people to realize at the end of this video, is that success and happiness is not the same thing. We know that, but why? And really think about the reasons why you're doing it, the mental state that you're doing it for, who you're doing it for. You're doing it for your happiness, you're doing it for others, you're doing it because society tells you it's a better way to do things, right? No, it's a feeling. We have part 3, and that will be the final part of our series, because I think success needs to wrap up with a bang-on topic. And this topic is going to be the biggest one yet, because we will be really going into detail about the 5 keys and how we're going to succeed.
Action plan.
Yes, the action of going to do whatever it is that you need to do with the 5 keys. So if you haven't seen that first video, go check it out. It's part 1 of 3, success. Again, it would be 5 keys to success. Then thank you again for watching today's video, which would be
comment and ask questions. It's really important.
Yes, please ask questions. Please, if there's any content for us to talk about, write it down, because we're open. So thank you so much, Mejri.
Thank you, Juliet. Thank you.